I loved it. I love him. I think he's amazing. He's actually a psychopath and a nutter. But I also think he is a protector and a doer of what he says he's going to do. I think he shoots from the hip, and I think as long as you don't take things personally with him, I think he's very businessman-like, he's very professional, and he does the job that he says he's going to do, and he wins. He protects his team, and he's another Brian Robson, he's another leader, and another inspirational captain that United have been very lucky to have.
Great player, box to box, gives 100%, and did very, very well for Manchester United.
The thing about him as well is that it's good to see someone who's happy to criticise his ex-team, and I'm sure that he would criticise Forest as well, and I'm sure he would criticise Celtic as well. Is that I think that probably a lot of not enough of them who are on are for whatever reason maybe a bit reticent to say anything about their ex-club.
Roy Keane was a world-class player. I did play, I think, for Brighton against him when he was at Forest, and he was only a young player coming through, and he played a game down there, and I think everybody knew that he was a talent. Mm-hmm. And he was a pivotal part of Man United's success. Very, very hard taskmaster, and I think he played the game as he wanted everybody else to.
Pitch with him, he wants 100%, and he makes sure you get it. He makes sure he gets it as well. Keane was a brilliant captain, honestly, the best captain I've ever had.
Roy Keane as well, because if you gave the ball away, if Roy Keane hadn't shouted at you in the training section, then you knew you'd done okay. So
he's very much like that in the dressing room. A spade's a spade, and whatever you see is he sees things very black and white. This is right and this is wrong, and if you don't agree with him, then up yours. He really doesn't give two hoots.
Mcllroy has always said what he thinks.
Yeah,
and then most of the time, Roy's backed up by his own example. So when he was a player, he would tell players what he wanted, what he expected, and that was a huge part of the success that Manchester United had when Roy was playing and when Roy was captain, about the demands of being a professional and the demands of being a Manchester United player.
I think he did praise you a lot as well, just that everyone didn't see that. When you're in the changing room or walking off, he praised you a lot, or he'd try and help you out. But the most obvious bit was where if you weren't playing well or you did a bad pass, you would see him give you a good rollicking. But that was part and parcel of it, and I loved it because it just meant that you need to step your game up.
Absolutely brilliant with him, and he is great company. But as a footballer, he was a different animal. But you had to be, if you want to be successful, you've got to have a certain amount of that, and Roy had plenty.
I love him. I think he's great as well. I think he loves pressing buttons and annoying people and seeing how people react on it.
He's box office. Yeah, he's absolutely superb. He doesn't mince his words. He says it as it is, and he's sort of a step up from Scholesy, in that Scholesy is like that as well. But I mean, Roy just takes that, I like what I say, to a completely different level, and that's why people love tuning into what.
He's one of those type of blokes. He'll speak his mind. If he doesn't like you, you'll know that, and if he gets on with you, you'll have a good time. So let's hope he likes you.
Now that he's in the situation that he's in now, it's refreshing because for me, he's just telling the truth about what he feels at that particular moment.
For some reason, he liked me. I'm totally the opposite. I'm totally non-violent, not aggressive.
Position of sitting in front of the back four, but there's no way Roy would just sit there and just get, take this role up as a holding midfield player, because he'll say that's a load of rubbish. He knows he could get into the opponent's box, make a goal or score a goal. So I put Roy in there just to test him to see if he can still run from deep positions as he used to when he was a younger man. I could have put Roy at right back. Roy would mostly be better than Dennis at right back. I could put him at centre half. He would even love the opportunity to see if he could be better than Big Pete. He would want to prove it. That's what Roy was about.